What the fuck?
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Thursday, January 28th, 2000, and fuck the Texans. This is episode number 180, Fuck the Texans. What is going on right now? Oh my God, so much to talk about in Houston sports, the drama. Oh, the drama. I want to tell you I'm mad. I do. I want to be like, I'm so goddamn angry, and I am. But am I surprised? That's the real question. Are any of us really surprised? We're not. But we're going to get to all that. We have 2 hours to rant and rave and be mad about the Texans. Matt, how you feeling about the Texans? Look, we're going to discuss it. We're going to get into the nitty gritty and the details, but as you know, we have a whole show to do, a whole slew of things to do. I just realized I still have the shirt up there. Do y'all remember the day I was blocking the sunlight that was on my forehead? I never took that shirt down. Here, let me switch to flex cam. Look, I never took the shirt off. That shirt is still up there. Why is that shirt still up there? That doesn't make any sense. I'll take that down at the break. What up, Frank? What's up, Playboy? Hey, Frank, thank you for ordering from him, Vita, man. You guys, Frank is a friend of my brother-in-law, Ray Lucio. So, Ray doing what I ask you raggedy bitches to do, bring new people to the show. So, Frank, we appreciate you being here, buddy. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Deckhead family. Hope you enjoy the show and your stay here amongst us weird-ass deckheads. Hey, what's up, Luis? Let's do the chat. Let's just do that. Let's get that going, and then we'll get into this Texans bullshit. No, Alex, it's not flex cam from working out. Look. I have cellulite on my arms. What are you talking about, flex? Look at the flab. I look like a third grade teacher or a lunch lady. Look at that. Barry's flabby arms. All right. Shout out to Eric Ailman, #1 deckhead of the world, all time of the world, Craig, for 2 hours. Just today. It's not a whole, it's just here. Eric Ailman, first in on the chat, buddy. Thank you for doing that. Always appreciate you guys showing up and being here and actually giving me an audience and somebody to talk to. So that's always appreciated. But hey, let's get into the chat of all chat. So I got to say, what's up to CC? I feel like CC's here just to rub it in because the Cowboys aren't even as much of a mess as the Texans are. Speaking of, Total Dallas, all the Cowboy fans are early to the show so they can talk shit about us Texans fans. What's up, Keith Sager? Jesus Perez, I see you, buddy. Steven the Weather Guy. Current conditions at BiffNet World Headquarters, 56 degrees. No wonder my hands are cold. Dew point 33 degrees, mostly sunny skies. 40% chance Barry removes and trashes that Texans hat on the shelf behind him. You mean that hat? You mean that hat that here, let me pan up. I think I can raise this. You mean that hat that I turned around? I just panned the whole desk. I didn't even move the camera. Yeah, that hat right there. This white hat, this hat, fuck this hat. That's a Texans hat. I turned that bitch around. I'm not, You're not going to get no goddamn run on my show. I'll tell you that much right now, you raggedy ass organization. All right, back to the chat. What's up, Ray? What's up, John Dory? Truck driver Pookie is here. Oh, look, Jesus Perez blocking Eric Elman from getting the Triple Crown today. Dick move, Jesus, but I'm here for it. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. Joshua Fernandez, what's up, dude? Who else? The Reverend Lord Chris Household of the Third in the building. D Mata, what's up, player? SVG is here. Alan Denson is here. Eric Resendez is here. Rudolph Rodriguez, sanitizer, wash hands, social distance. Back the fuck up. Rick C, Mark G. Well, dude, the gang's all here. Hey, there's Donna, my sweet Donna. Hi, Donna. Hi, Tony. Hi. You've almost died twice. I don't know what that means, but I hope you're all right. What's up, Penguin Katie? What's up, Jen? What's up, Sylvia? Hey, girl. Sylvia kills it in the comments. I just want y'all to know. Aaron Little, we've got to discuss. Let's just do it now. Aaron, we got to have a discussion here, buddy. You guys, go get your alcoholic beverages, please. It is time to toast a birthday. And this will be my one and only shot for the hour, so don't even try it, 713 hooligan. I'm not having it, player. But this is for a birthday amongst us deckheads today. Happy birthday to Aaron Little. Aaron, buddy, I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope it's fun. I hope it's cool. If you're a Texans fan, I'm sorry, but I hope the day is great for you anyways. Fuck the Texans. I hope you get roadhead or a hand job or whatever that is that you're into, buddy. Happy birthday to you, Aaron. Thanks for being a deckhead and being a part of the family, you guys. Cheer. Cheer? Cheers, weirdo. Yeah, it's completely normal to be drinking tequila at 2:09 in the afternoon. What's wrong with that? By the way, it's also my sister's birthday, my older sister's birthday. And look, everybody wish Aaron Little a happy birthday, but you know, don't worry about my sister. She's a bitch, guys. I'm just fucking with y'all. I love my sister. She's the best. All right, so we got the shout out of the way. Let's go. Josh said, I thought we were drinking buddies. Yeah, but you'll get me shit-faced before 2:30. And then it was just the rants and the anger was just, the truth serum would come out. And I'd be like, you know what? Bill O'Brien was the greatest Texan coach of all time. So let's get to the headlines before we get to the bullshit, shall we? Because we do need to do that. Here are your sports headlines today. As if anyone in this city gives a fuck about anything other than the Texans head coaching position right now. Wheeler, that asshole we talked about yesterday, Chad Wheeler, backup tackle for the Seahawks. He was charged in a domestic violence case. I saw something on the news where he said, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I had a manic attack, or I don't know, some bullshit ass excuse. But fuck that dude. There's no excuse you could give me. You knew what you were doing when you laughed at her and said, oh, you're still alive? Fuck you, bro. I hope you rot under the prison. Sources say the Packers have fired their special teams coordinator, so looks like they're just taking it out on some people. Jason Witten is retiring. He said, I gave it my absolute all. I thought he already retired. Is this old ass still playing? Is that a thing? Huh. Masahiro Tanaka has returned to Japan. I don't know why he got 3 strikes on The Price is Right, but he is returning to Japan to pitch. He will no longer be a New York Yankee. And the Spurs' Greg Popovich gets the vaccine and is urging all of you fucking anti-vaxxers and weirdos to do the same. And if Pop can do it, and if George Foreman can do it, then your stupid ass can do it. Go get vaccinated, you raggedy bitches, so we can all get out of the fucking house. That was your public service announcement. So, let's get to the heart of the matter here. I know, Matt Poche, it was a joke. Jesus, if I gotta say it was a joke, then it's pointless. That tequila has me warm already. It's gonna be a good day. All right, let's get to this shit. So the Texans, if you were living under a rock in the city of Houston, and you hadn't heard, the Texans have a new head coach, and his name is David Culley.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah, Connor, I know. I was like, when I saw the news When I saw the news come out, my very first thought, it wasn't anger. I wasn't shocked. I just thought,
Who the fuck is that guy?
that's it.
Who the fuck is that guy?
The whole
Who
time.
the fuck is that guy?
Hey, Texans have a new head coach. Really? Who is it? David Culley.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is this guy? And why is this raggedy ass organization hiring a guy nobody has fucking heard of or knows about? But then when you do the research and you start looking into David Culley,
Who the fuck is that guy?
you start to see that his background is kind of sketch as fuck. So he comes from the Andy Reid coaching tree. It goes downhill from here, folks. It goes downhill from here because David Culley
Who the fuck is that guy?
has never been a head coach. I don't know why I put HD. I meant HC. Shut up. He's never been a head coach. He's never been an offensive or defensive coordinator. Yes, David Culley.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He's a passing coach, excuse me, let me not misspeak. He's a passing coordinator and a wide receiver specialist. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's fancy, right? Like that's a coordinator position? No, it's not. None of that matters. And can we just talk about his track record in doing his fucking job? He was the passing coordinator. He was the passing coordinator for the vaunted Baltimore Ravens, who were like third to last in passing in the NFL this year. Their fucking passing game was awful. Oh, did you know this? Hey, fun fact about David Culley.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Did you know that he was the quarterback coach for Josh Allen when he had a 52 QBR? And then once David Culley
Who the fuck is that guy?
left, then he got better? Yeah, did you know that he was the wide receivers coach in Kansas City under Andy Reid at a moment in time in 2014 when the Chiefs had 0 wide receivers catch a touchdown? Yeah, that's the guy that was in charge of that group, David Culley.
Who the fuck is that guy?
What the fuck is going on in this city? What is going on with the Texans? Here's the deal, folks. What is this only standard definition? I don't know. What the hell are y'all talking about? He's never been in HD. Okay. I want to give this team the benefit of the doubt. I do. I want to give this team the benefit of the doubt. I want to believe that this football team has a plan. But when you see these kinds of moves being made, making Bill O'Brien a GM, and then firing both, and then, there's no rhyme or reason to what this organization does. Why would you go out and hire David Culley?
Who the fuck is that guy?
That's weird. That's like that HBO commercial when they say HBO Max and it's like HBO Max. As soon as you say David
Who
Culley,
the fuck is that guy?
Conor McGregor just says something. That's so weird. And look, he started putting a staff together. Oh, you get Lovie Smith. Oh, fantastic. So not only will the Texans have the oldest head coach in the history of first-year head coaches at 65, in an era, mind you, where people are out hiring young guys. Even this, now look, I know Mike Tomlin is older now, but when he was hired, he was a young guy. Sean McVay. Robert Saleh. I mean, look what the Rams, his name escapes me, the defensive coordinator for the Rams who got to get. Oh my God. And you're sitting there on a guy in Eric Bieniemy. Let's not talk Leslie Frazier. That was going to be a huge mistake. We've seen that movie. He's been a head coach. Leslie Frazier needs to stay in his lane as a coordinator. All right. But Eric Bieniemy hasn't had a chance yet. So not only did the Texans wait forever and fuck around and miss on really good candidates like Robert Saleh, But then they have the one guy that was one of the most coveted names, and they don't do it. They don't pull the trigger on him. So in one hand, it makes me think, a lot of teams passed on Eric Bieniemy. So let's put a pause. Let's put a pin in it and just think rationally for a second. Is there something that's happening in the interviews that's causing him to not get these jobs? And I thought about that. And I thought, you know what? Maybe he's rubbing ownership and GMs the wrong way. Because if you recall, they said of Eric Bieniemy after his interview, and I don't know if he said it directly to the Texans or said it afterwards, but he said, I don't want good religious players. I want good football players. I don't want men of God. I want football players. And with old Jack Satan Easterby and the Texans model of bringing in choir boys, that's not going to fly. And that probably cost Eric Bieniemy his job, which if you want to say, hey, that is because of Jack Easterby's bullshit ass, we got a wholesome, fuck you, Jack, get out. Get out of here. That ridiculous bullshit. The cows bought into it. So maybe in a roundabout way, having Jack Easterby means they didn't get Eric Bieniemy because he doesn't want choir boys, he wants football players. So what this all really comes back to, is Cal McNair is inept at running this franchise. He wouldn't get rid of Jack Easterby. He dug his heels in. I'm not going to do it. He brings in Nick Caserio. Maybe that's going to be a good hire. We don't know. But it's still more of that gargling on the cock of the New England Patriots. Sorry, that was graphic. It's a fact. This is a goddamn mess. I don't even know which thing to talk about first. There's so many moving parts in this shit show of a franchise. But what ends up happening because of all this, right? They interview Bieniemy. They don't hire Bieniemy for whatever reason. I have a feeling it's probably because the whole I want football players, not good guys, Jack Easterby scenario. So no, look, let's be real. Eric Bieniemy missed out a lot of head coaching jobs. Don't know why. Some people will tell you it's because he's black. Some people will tell you it's because of his questionable past. I don't know what to believe. All I know is he's been up for he's interviewed a lot, and he hadn't gotten one of the gigs yet. What the fuck is going on here? So maybe in the long run, we look back and go, wow, the Texans dodged a bullet on Eric Bieniemy. I don't know if that's going to be the case. What I do know is they hired a guy, in David Culley.
Who the fuck is that guy?
That nobody knows shit about. And the one I was reading Sarah Barshop's article on ESPN, and they talked about his background, and John Harbaugh was just, oh my God, just singing the praises of David Culley.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He was just like, oh my God, this guy.
Who the fuck is that guy?
This guy is the nicest, most upbeat, most positive, high energy. John, when are you going to say something about his ability to coach? Like literally everything I've seen about him is, he's a great guy. Oh, he's just a great guy. He's a nice guy. He's a positive energy guy. He's high energy. He loves people. He loves to be around people. What about his coaching ability? What about his coaching skills? Oh, he's a good motivator. Who gives a fuck? Bring in Tony Robbins. I want to know, can this guy coach a football team? We already knew that it was too late. I don't give a shit who they hired. Deshaun Watson was gone, and we're going to discuss that in a second. But let's just talk about the coaching hire for this team. I have no confidence in a guy whose track record, when you see what he was in charge of at the teams since 2013, which is KC, Buffalo, and Baltimore. He was in charge of Josh Allen when Josh Allen was bad. He was in charge of the wide receivers group in Kansas City, who at one point caught 0 touchdowns in an entire year. And then he was in charge of one of the worst passing games in football over the last 2 years in Baltimore, which is a run-first team. I get it, but goddamn, be in the middle third. What are you doing? But you know what? He's got a great attitude. God damn it. I don't care, Cal and Jack. No one gives a shit that he's a nice guy. Is he going to win football games? Now, look, I don't want some deadbeat. I don't want Chad Wheeler in here coaching the O-line. But, I don't need a fucking choir boy. I need a guy that's going to come in and do his fucking job and win football games. But I think these guys are way more concerned about good guys than anything. Eric Resendez, thank you for the super chat. He said, David Culley.
Who the fuck is that guy?
David Culley.
Who the fuck is that guy?
And he's so old. Look at Captain Indy Cowboy. Captain D Cowboy. No, I'm saying it now. Culley is the Dusty Baker of the NFL. Cal knew Watson was gone and wasn't going to listen to him on this. I mean, that's obvious, and we're going to talk about that. All I'm talking about, we're going to get to the Watson thing. I promise you that. But all I want to talk about right now is the hire. This one move in a silo, looking at the hire of David Culley. Everyone around football is going,
Who the fuck is that guy?
like nobody saw this coming. It's bad. But you know what? It's par for the course for this organization. It's par for the course. Wow. I saw somebody saying he was the Dusty Baker. Bro, Michael probably just fucking nailed it. He's probably the Bo Porter. He's 65 and he's just now getting a crack at it. What? Jesus. I mean, look, I hope the guy wins a Super Bowl and proves me wrong. I still probably won't root for this franchise anymore. I swear to God, I can't do it. I just cannot do it anymore. I can't do it. I said I would not be a fan of this team or even root for them until Bill O'Brien was gone. And then I was like, I'm back, bitches. And within like fucking 6 months, they have ruined that again. And I'm out. I'm done. Fuck this team until Cal McNair is gone. That's what needs to happen, because you guys realize, let's go ahead and transition off of David Culley
Who the fuck is that guy?
and talk about this whole Deshaun Watson thing, because I know that it goes hand in hand. Adam Schefter reported Watson has officially requested a trade, which he actually did a few weeks ago, but he basically said, yeah, this doesn't change anything. I still want my trade, and you can go ahead and make it official now. And Watson said, look, it's not going to change. I don't care who you hire. It's not going to change. The rumor was that short of Cal McNair stepping down, nothing was going to change Deshaun Watson's mind. Nothing. And true to his word, he is still requesting a trade. And there was talks. I saw an article a week ago. It's the only other time I've ever seen David Culley's name come up.
Who the fuck is that guy?
It's the only other time. And the article said that, the Texans may have a chance, may have a shot, a slim one, but a small little chance, a sliver of hope of keeping Deshaun Watson if they hired this guy from the Ravens named David Culley.
Who the fuck is that guy?
But they didn't. And they don't. Because Deshaun Watson made it abundantly clear. I'm gone unless Cal McNair steps down. Oh, but I apologize. Nobody gives a fuck. You fucked this up, Cal. You shit this whole thing you've shit the bed here, Cal. You didn't shit this thing. You shit the bed. I feel like unless Cal McNair says, all right, here's what needs to happen. I'm gonna tell you exactly what has to happen to fix all of this. Janice McNair needs to push a button. Boop. Cal, can I see you in my office, please?
Hey, mama, what's up? I'm busy destroying the company.
Yeah, I know, baby. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Have a seat.
Okay, what's up?
Cal, listen, you're a fucking idiot, and we're gonna have to let you go.
But mama, I'm a McNair.
No, you're a fucking idiot, and we're gonna have to let you go because you know what? Deshaun Watson means more to us than you do.
But mama,
listen, I'll buy you a bakery or something to run. I don't know what to do with you, but you can't be here anymore because Deshaun Watson means a lot more to me.
I'm your son.
Well, I just adopted Deshaun. You're out of the family. Like, that's what needs to happen. Janice McNair needs to call Cal into her office and fire him. That has to happen. And then maybe, and he said he would, And let's be real, even if he doesn't, we still got rid of Cole McNair. This has to fucking happen. Get Barry voiceover work. Y'all like mine?
But Mama,
I feel like that's what Cal sounds like.
hey, I'm just over here running an NFL franchise.
Fuck, man. They've got to let him go. Like, he needs to either step down or Mama McNair needs to fire his ass. And then be like, Deshaun, is it Nick? Because we'll get rid. Do you guys understand? And I know you're like, wow, Barry's being so over the top and crazy about. Do you understand how hard it is in the NFL to acquire a talent like Deshaun Watson? Do you understand that right now in his short 4-year career, he already has a better completion percentage than any quarterback that's ever played this game in 4 years? Do you understand that this kid is a once in a generation talent that this team will probably never see a guy as talented as Deshaun Watson again, at least not for another 20 years? You guys do understand that that's what this is, right? That's why this is a big deal. If you are passionate about this football team, then you have to step back and realize, wow, they just fucked up the next 10 years because they want good guys and Jack Easterby and hey, Deshaun.
Hey, Deshaun, I promise I'll talk to you when I do all the hiring.
Hey, Cal, we're ready to hire. Should we get Deshaun?
No, it'll be okay.
It's a goddamn mess. It's a goddamn mess. It's a shit show. And unless they let him go, this team is doomed. Because you don't get a job through nepotism and then fuck it up this bad and stick around, right? I mean, surely that's not, because that's what happened here. He got this job because his dad owned the team and he groomed him, which, by the way, terrible job of grooming. This has to go. This has to end. So how does he fix it? He goes out and gets a guy that no one knows who the fuck he is.
Who the fuck is that guy?
This is how they fix this team. I'm about to say something that I can't believe I'm going to say. I kind of wish Bill O'Brien was still here. I can't believe I said that out loud. I had to say it as quiet as possible. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. I kind of come on, guys. Look, everyone's like, what the fuck? No, hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. Would you rather have, 9-7, AFC South champs, or
Who the fuck is that guy?
what would you rather have at this point? This whole thing is a travesty. This whole thing is just a train wreck. And now you're like, well, here's what we did know. We did at least know Bill O'Brien was going to be a dick to the media, but he was going to go out and win. I mean, look, he started 0-4, hardest schedule in the NFL through 4 games. They only won 4 more after that. I guarantee you Bill O'Brien would have won 5. This is where I'm at, though, in my head. I'm like, you know what? I kind of would just rather have fucking Bill O'Brien back. Not as the GM necessarily, because he really did fuck up the DeAndre Hopkins trade, but just as a head coach. It's the devil you know versus...
Who the fuck is that guy?
At this point, I'll take it. Because now you have no Deshaun Watson. You have a guy that nobody knows in David Culley.
Who the fuck is that guy?
This is where we're at as one of the 32 NFL franchises in the world. Somebody wants to know. A lot of people asked me on Twitter, was I going back to the Chiefs? I feel like now, everybody's saying I'm high. I feel like now, it's like, it would be too obvious to go back to being a Chiefs fan. I gotta pick a team that isn't like, I don't want to, I'm not going to go support the fucking Detroit Lions or the Jets or some bullshit. But I'm going to find another team not named the Chiefs to support that are maybe, on the come up. Now, what we do need to talk a little bit about, the Bills might be a really good option. You know what? Fuck it. I'm a Bills fan. I'm a Bills fan. And you know why? You want to know why? I've got something in my past to be that gives me a reason to be a Bills fan. When I was a wee lad, Jenny, his mom, took me to watch the Houston Gamblers play. I don't know why I just did a Trump turn. You ever notice that when Trump is making a point, he always goes sideways? He's like, ish. I don't know why I did a Trump turn like that. Oh, God, I forgot AJ's a Bills fan. Never mind. Scratch that whole thing. What can I do? I forgot. Oh, my God, I just couldn't be a Cowboys fan. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be a Cowboys fan. Now, I could probably be a Baltimore Ravens fan, Liebeshock. I definitely could do that. Lamar Jackson. I like Harbaugh. Come to the Browns. Jen, I might as well just stay with the Texans. Are you shitting me? There's like 5 organizations in football that are just an absolute shit show that you would never support. Texans, Jets, Browns, Lions, and I'm sure there's one more I can't think of right off the rip, but they're there. Jags, maybe? Well, no, the Jags were good at one point. I'll figure it out. I was a huge Jim Kelly fan because of the Gamblers. So that would give me, a reason to root. Plus, I don't know. I got to find a team. I've got to find a team because I can't be a Texans fan anymore. And I'll say this, and I say this. Here's the thing. If you're like, okay, Barry, you say this all the time. Yeah, I know. Isn't it weird how I have to keep repeating myself and I seem to find a situation where I have to repeat myself over and over again? But if you spend your money on this team, this organization, this NFL franchise that allowed maybe one of the greatest quarterbacks that will have ever played the game, that at least played for this team, to leave because they just ignored him because cows, hey, I don't need to be nice to that guy. He works for me. If you spend your money on this team, you're the fool. I've said it a million times and I'm going to keep saying it. You're the idiot. You deserve what you get. You deserve to be fucking miserable. I think I need another shot. I'm exhausted. These rants really take it out of me. And really it's just the anger with the Texans that does it. It's just exhausting being a fan of this team. I don't know how else to say it, but it's absolutely exhausting being a fan of this team. I have a theory. I thought of this. Okay, well now, I'll be honest. I'm always honest with you guys. I thought of this while I was taking a shit today. So, this might be, when you think of stuff while you're on the shitter, it's not always your best idea. Although I have written several jokes while pooping. I have a theory. Rick C wants me to take another shot. Rick, stop trying to get me drunk, bro. I still got an hour and a half left. You was right. We're fucked. Yes, we're fucked. Luis, you gonna do a shot with me? Okay, I'll do one more shot, you guys. But y'all have to do one with me. I swear to God, if you're not out there drinking with me right now, We should have had a funeral for the Texans. All right, let's go. Here you go, guys. I swear to God, if y'all ain't drinking with me, I'm going to be pissed and I'm going to be drunk. Good thing I had 2 sandwiches. No, this is not water, PK. I swear to God, this is Patron. Taste it right there. Taste it. All right. To every other football franchise in the NFL, fuck the Texans and...
Who the fuck is that guy?
Cheers. Here's my theory. God, I'm gonna be drunk as shit. I think let's evaluate what's happened in Houston sports in the last 12-ish months. Well, we don't even have to go 12 months. We can just go this year or the last 6 months. The James Harden left the Rockets. So you had D'Antoni, Daryl Morey, James Harden, George Springer. Now Deshaun Watson. You'd lost AJ Hinch. You had Jeff Luno. I think, and this is my theory, I think that the sports gods... Oh, D-Hop. How could I forget D-Hop? Yeah, that was the other one. Westbrook, D-Hop. Great points. JJ is probably next. Here's my theory, guys. We know the list. I think that the sports gods are punishing this city because the Astros cheated. That's what I think. That's not the tequila talking. That's what this is. You guys do realize karma is a bitch. And I want to remind you. Okay, every Houston fan, bring it in over here. Come here. Let me talk to you, Houston fans. Get close. Get close. Let's just rap for a minute. Do you remember in the midst of the 2017 World Series run, when people were like, would you trade a World Series for this or that or whatever? And we were all like, fuck yeah, it doesn't matter. It would be worth it. Name it. We'll do it. We'll sell our soul to the fucking devil for this World Series ring. The sports gods were listening and we got our ring, but we cheated to get it as a city. And here we are. We're ruined as a fan base. We're cursed. This whole town is cursed. And it's the fault of the 2017 Astros. So if you really want to blame somebody, yeah, Cal McNair is a fucking idiot. Sure. Hey, I wonder if down in the youth league I can find me another quarterback since he goes to the YMCA and he's a good Christian boy. Yeah, but that's part of the curse. This town, this sports town is cursed, and it's because the Astros cheated. I'm convinced of it now. The signs are everywhere, people. Look around. What we need to do, and maybe I'm going to schedule this myself. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm proposing. Now, look, folks, don't think I'm a whack job. I'm just going to start this. Let me just explain my theory here. Houston sports is cursed because the Astros cheated. But because I thought of the problem, I've also thought of the solution. So here's what I'm proposing. On March 1st, on March 1, I think we all, look, a lot of people went downtown and rallied and did a march for Deshaun Watson. Here's what I'm proposing. On March 1st, a group of us split up. A third of this group will go to Minute Maid Park. A third of this group will go to Reliant Stadium, NRG Stadium. and the other third will go to the Toyota Center. And we will all stand around, and if we can get in, we will get in. But we have got to sage these stadiums. If we do not sage the stadiums in this city, we are forever doomed. We are forever doomed to live out the curse of the 2017 World Series. Now, you're thinking I'm a crazy person. And yeah, it might be some of the Patron talking. But I'm telling you right now, we have got to get rid of this evil. And I'm not talking about Cal McNair, even though I'm talking about Cal McNair. We have got to sage this city. Not save it, sage it. Who's with me? Let's fucking go. Come on. Let's go sage the goddamn. Oh, I gotta finish the show. I need to finish first. We got to do it, folks. Let's do it for our kids. Let's do it for your grandkids, people. If not us, then them. And if not us, then who? So I'm saying March 1st. Let's get it going. Let's sage this city. Hell, we can go to Dynamo Stadium, wherever the Roughnecks play. You know, and Katie hadn't won a Texas title in a while. Let's go there too. Not that Sage. Well, you know what? That's a good point. Sage Rosenfeld, he could do the opening remarks. We're all going to meet somewhere. Maybe we all meet at Lucky's Pub downtown. And then Sage gives us, well, I want all the Sage. No, I know where we're meeting. We're all going to meet on Sage Street. And Sage Rosenfeld is going to give us opening remarks, and then we will walk, maybe Uber, because it'll be a long ways from Sage Street. We're going to ride maybe to the stadiums. We start on Sage with Sage, and then we sage, and then we save sports in this city. Who's with me? I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking exhausted. Man. No, Michael doesn't care. Rick, you guys just don't care about this city then. You want to live here. You want to live here. But you just fuck our sports, right? You come down here, you take all of our jobs, you don't give a shit about our sports. Donna's with me. Me and Donna, just by ourselves. Fuck the rest of you selfish people. Donna and me are going to save Houston sports. Donna, March 1st, you and me, we're meeting on Sage Street. I'm going to put in some calls. I'm going to pull some strings to get Sage Rosenfeld to show up. And then we're going to go sage the 3 stadiums and save the sports in this town. I dig it. Donna's bringing the sage. Fuck yeah. It's a rally. I mean, it's more of a gathering. And wear your mask, Donna. And don't get near me. Like 6 feet at least. I love you to death. What a mess. I mean, I'm trying to make this fun. It's sad. It is goddamn sad. Is it not? I mean, it is sad when you think about the state of sports. And I really do think there's a curse now. I don't believe in many curses, but I think this is a real one. Big McKady says, I have one bundle I can contribute. Okay. Listen, we'll take what we can get, PK. I'm not being picky here. I'm just trying to save 3 major organizations. Damn, that tequila. My bad.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Lord Jesus. Tequila and Diet Coke. Not a good combo. I like that D-Mata keeps trying to say I can't walk, but I bet you I could outrun your fat ass right now. Right now. I bet you I could go knock out 3 miles, D-Mata, and do it faster than you could. Facts. All right. Other thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to, I do double burp. It's the weirdest thing. The other thing, there was a quote from John Wall. Somebody asked him because the Rockets are like on a 3-game winning streak, and they're like, oh, maybe this team, well, let's settle down. They're still 7-9, but they have showed signs of improvement. They haven't had a full roster all season. And John Wall was asked, what's the difference now? Why is this team all of a sudden playing better? And this is what John Wall said. I think getting the trades in, getting people who want to be here, and committing on both ends of the floor. What? Huh? Shots fired. Yeah, he just took on Harden, right? The only thing he didn't say was fuck James Harden. But he might as well have, because that's what that was, and I'm here for it. He's right. He's absolutely right. I saw somebody on that tweet be like, yeah, they're 7-9. What's he talking about? Yeah, and 4 of those L's are on James for either how bad he played or just not playing at all. So they started what? 0-4, whatever. And since then, they've gone 7-5, slightly above 500. And they haven't had John Wall, Christian Wood, and Oladipo play at the same time, along with DeMarcus Cousins or Daniel House. This team is going to be a 7 seed in the West. Maybe. I mean, I think their ceiling is the roof. I think they could, be a 5 seed. I think they could miss the playoffs. But I think there is still enough talent on this team that they probably get in there in the bottom third of the Western Conference in the playoffs. What question? Hey, Chris Davis, ready to ask that question? Ask it. What's the question? Let's go. WalkNet is happening. We're saging the city. I'm serious about this, people. We're going to save sports in this town. Ask the question. Let's go. Here we go again, Katie. We got to stop the whole goddamn show because Katie has a question for us. I'm not doing it this time. Last time, you fucked up. It was awful. Walt said, this is the first time in years I've been excited about the Rockets' future, and as soon as they trade away Watson's contract, I'll be excited about the Texans' future. Here's the thing, though, Walt. Here's the thing. I do think there could be, this could be salvageable when it comes to Deshaun Watson, simply because if they get the right guy, he's not going to be Deshaun Watson. I promise you that. There's no Deshaun Watson on the trading blocks for Deshaun Watson. Look, unless you trade him to Green Bay and you get Aaron Rodgers. But then they already feel like they have the quarterback of their future with Love, right? That's why they moved up and got him. So why would they want Deshaun Watson, I guess? I think if you trade for like Justin Herbert, if you traded for a Josh Allen, which I don't think Buffalo's doing anyways, there are a few names that would make you, or if you, and the Jags aren't doing this, I suggested it. People said I was a fucking idiot for suggesting it, but now I'm seeing it kind of pop up here and there on the internet where everybody's like, it would make sense. The thought of getting Trevor Lawrence. Then there's people talking about getting Tua. The Dolphins have a lot of picks, mostly the Texans. But I think if you get the right guy, you have a chance at being somewhat successful. I do think, though, that there's a difference because I think, my opinion, Deshaun Watson is a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. We don't know that about Justin Herbert. We don't know that about Tua. We don't know that about Josh Allen yet. We've seen Josh Allen can get as far as he got. But there is hope if they get the right guy. I don't know. Now, Tony said, I don't think Watson will be traded. I think he'll sit out. Here's the other thing you need to know about that. If he does sit out, it's going to cost him a lot of money because the Texans can fine him during the preseason, and then he doesn't get game checks during the regular season. We'll see. Now, Dre says Dak for Deshaun. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I don't think Jalen Hurts has the skills. There's just a huge difference in ability between Jalen Hurts and Deshaun Watson. Abilities between Deshaun Watson and Dak Prescott, that margin is much, much thinner. I just don't think Jalen Hurts is a guy. Watson, I mean, when you look at just his numbers, but last year, but Watson in general is one of the best quarterbacks in football. So unless you're getting one of the best quarterbacks or one of the best prospects in return, and I don't think Jalen Hurts is that guy, but I think if you get a Dak Prescott, if you got an Aaron Rodgers, if you got, I'm not even going to say Matt Stafford, because I think the difference between Matt Stafford and Deshaun Watson is pretty significant, to be honest with you. But if you get a Justin Herbert, who people look at and go, wow, now that kid could be the truth. So there are some names, right? Just got to be the right ones. So that was literally an all Houston sports hour. So if you tuned in from around the country, we're based in Houston. What is this? Totally disagree. Alan Ditson said, if Watson plays, his heart won't be in it. I'd bet on whoever the Texans are playing that week. Maybe he'll throw the game. I will say this. If you were to have said that before James Harden was traded and said, but before the season started, I think James Harden will throw games, I'd have believed you. I'd have said, yeah, you're probably right. I don't think that's in Deshaun Watson's character. I don't think that's his makeup. I don't think Deshaun Watson would punish his teammates or the fan base by doing that. I think he would want out. I think he would, but I don't think he would do that because you got 52 other guys that are looking at you going, bro, this is our livelihood. You can't just come in here and shit the bed and throw games. If you don't show up, that's one thing. We'll get prepared with, AJ McCarron or God forbid Josh McCown, and we'll roll with them. But you don't come in here and half-ass it. We can get that out of a full-assed AJ McCarron. So I don't agree with that. I don't think he would do that. And yeah, Watson, keep in mind, Watson does have a no-trade clause because of that new deal he signed, which Sarah Barshop reminded us in an article that she wrote, when he signed that deal, he's like, can't wait to get back in the community and this and that. And I just want to say something. Don't hold those words against him. It was a different dynamic when he signed that deal. He did not, his head coach and his GM that he backed was fired. So he went to the guy running the organization, Cal McNair, and was like, hey, bud, I want to be involved in this if we're going to do this. You just got rid of my guy. Because for all we know, Deshaun really did like Bill O'Brien. I want Tim Kelly. I love Tim Kelly. I mean, he had his best year ever under Tim Kelly as the OC with no Bill O'Brien in the mix. Got to believe that's true. So they say, yeah, we'll involve you. And then they ignore him. And then he's like, all right, fuck this shit. I'm out. So it was different than when he said it than where we're at now. So don't hold that against him, Texans fans. Okay, it's 2:56. We're going to take about a 4 or 5 minute break here. When we come back, we're done with sports for the day. We're going to talk Wall Street for a second. I've got thoughts on what's going on Wall Street. If you hadn't heard about this, we're going to talk about it. If you've heard a little bit about it and you're like, what the fuck does this mean? I'm with you. I did a little bit of research to try and explain this, but we're going to do our best. We're going to figure it out together. What's up, Jerry Bo? And then we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some of the most rewatchable shows from the last decade. Don't be like, oh, Laverne and Shirley. Shut the fuck up. last decade. Bro Bible ranked some we'll discuss, and then talk about how you can get an anal swab for COVID. All that and more right after these messages. Don't go anywhere. We got a 5-minute short. It probably won't even be 5 minutes. We're going to get this quick break in, and then we'll be back. I'm Barry Laminack. This is Barry on Deck. Stick around.
Is that going to go down in the history? Is that going to go down in the history books in these baseball writers' eyes because of character clause? Is that a real championship in their eyes? Will they even talk about it?
I think when Jose Altuve's candidacy comes up, it's going to be fascinating. This is a guy who won an MVP, who's won batting titles galore, who's on a Hall of Fame track. And you wonder if at that point the baseball writers are still in charge of voting for the Hall of Fame, whether Jose Altuve is ever going to get a sniff because of what the Astros did.
He shouldn't.
He was wearing a wire to his.
He wasn't wearing a wire.
Yeah, he wouldn't take off his shirt.
Thank you.
Wouldn't take off his shirt. Wouldn't take it off. He knew the curveball. You don't know what's going on in your own game, Jet. We saw it on the internet.
His wife didn't want him to take his jersey off.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude. And then there was the whole thing was going up there, and he had something on his glasses too. It had like a thing that told him how fast the ball was coming.
Curveball, trajectory.
And then
Terminator.
he had a little thing. There was like a stem that would get him. You know what I mean? Curve.
Don't swing.
That's what we heard happen.
Bullshit.
Did that not happen?
No.
Yeah, it did.
Wait, whoa. You're telling me they didn't have wires on them?
I'm telling you that of all the reporting that I've done on the subject, and it's a lot, I found no evidence that there was a wire on any of them. No.
That's
If I did,
Horseshit.
I would have written about it.
No, the trigger mechanism in the cleats.
Yeah. You're protecting the
I was
shield.
going to say that I think the best rumor I heard was that the Astros had dug underneath their field and installed something that buzzed up into the batter's box through the dirt.
That's a brilliant idea.
I saw it last year.
Breaking.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah, we were there for the Royal Rumble. We did an thorough investigation of that stadium. We found a lot of shady shit.
Yeah, see that? We wires and everything like that.
Whoa.
I mean, you can't let other people know. I did not know that. I legitimately, if you had not come on today, I would have walked right out here. If somebody would have asked me, what did the Astros do wrong? And I would have said, well, it started with a garbage can.
Yeah.
Then they moved into more things, and it turns out the guy was hooked up like a fucking bionic man.
Yeah.
Like Terminator had a thing, and they were giving him I was told that they were giving like 1 for a fastball coming, 2 for a curveball coming, and because the hitting things were so different and vast from the home and away, everybody was like, that must be the case. I legitimately believe that. Today, you learn something new every day. They did not.
They had sensors on them.
Jet, what are you talking? You reported it. We learned it from you. If I learned that, it came from you, probably.
You do not follow baseball at all aside. Otherwise,
Very true.
Hey, welcome back to hour number 2 of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. Well, those of you that did. For those of you that didn't, you can go fuck yourself. You're not here to hear that, but the message is still the same. Do you guys notice anything behind me? Huh? Do you see anything that maybe looks different? By the way, I still have Manny's package over here. If you guys talk to Manny, can you please tell him to respond to me on the Discord server? Speaking of, a couple things we didn't discuss at the top. There are like 5 or 6 squares left on our. No, Manny didn't say that. Chan, shut up. There are like 5 or 6 squares left. If you want to get in on our Super Bowl squares, this is our third and final card that we have. That means we will have sold 300 squares. Every penny's going back to you guys, whoever the winners are. Cece said, I don't mean to tattle, but some of you haven't liked the video. Bitches, like the video. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please. That's all I have left. No, just subscribe, please. No, god damn it, Josh! I already put it up. Does anyone notice? Rick C said, go fuck yourself if you left. Yes! Did anybody notice what's different behind me? Anybody? Keep looking. You'll find it. It's a bit difficult to see, but if you were really paying attention, you might. Oh, huh? House is on it. Let's see. Let's see if we can. Oh, wow. That's a way zoom out. Look at that. Wow. That's a weird angle. That makes the room look huge, huh? Need to put my dick on that. Let's see. Hold on. Raggedy bitch. Let me turn off the autofocus. I'm going to put it on manual focus. Let's see if you guys see it. Hold on. Do you see it? No, not the bottle of potpourri. Wallace is like, oh shit, awesome, Barry. I have no idea what I'm looking for. This is the shirt that was hanging on the fucking, what's it called? On the blinds. So I decided we'll put that shirt right here. And my boys will be with me during the show. So that's what it was. Let me turn autofocus back on because that's important for the show. Okay, so that's it. It's there. All right. Get your Super Bowl squares. This is Jen's email. Get it with her. Email Jen at barryondeck.com. And she'll get you the link on how to get the final 6 Super Bowl squares if you want those. Also, I still need games, people. I still need your games. I got a notification from the UPS store, which is where my P.O. box is. I've got a package. Not that kind, a real one. And they said, come get it. So I'm thinking I've already got some games in, and I'm excited about that. But if you didn't know, I donated my old PS4 to the Bay Area Turning Point, which houses women and children who've been victims of domestic and sexual violence. The whole thought process behind this was, these kids are in a shelter. And their lives are in shambles, and it's a horrible time for them, I'm sure. And at least if they had a game system to play and video games to play, they could take their mind off of what's going on. And that was the purpose of donating the PS4s. But I don't have a lot of games, so I need you to send me your video games so that I can get it to these kids so that they can play them. So please send it to the address you see on your screen. It's really simple. 3431 Rayford Road, Suite 200-416, Spring 77386. I've had a lot of people, here's my concern. I've had a lot of people tell me, oh, I'm shipping you my games. I'm shipping you. Jibby John said, I will ship later today or tomorrow morning. Thank you, Jibby John. I've had 2 people offer up Xboxes. So I'm going to start needing some Xbox games. And as soon as I have them in my possession, I'm going to be hitting you up for those games as well. And House is going to give me some TVs and a Wii. This is going to get out of control and I'm here for it. I love it. But right now, what I do know is in my possession, I have a PS4. It's right there. Boop, right there. Right next to that game over sign. So I need PS4 games from you. So send me your old PS4 games. Thank you. All right, let me do this goddamn lamb bomb shot. This is the last one, Josh. I'm not doing more. I swore I would only do 2 shots, 1 per hour. But you sent the super chat, and the second shot in the first hour was because the Texans are dicks. My wife's going to be like, babe, what happened to the Patron? I don't know what you're talking about, babe. I drank it all in one day because the Texans suck. All right, Josh. Cheers to you, buddy. Thank you for the super chat. Lamb shot. I don't know why that one hit different. Damn, that one made me talk like John McClane for no reason. Shit. All right, let's get to some fun stuff. Shut up, House. What is this? Mark said, I just heard some fucking insane news that wouldn't be smart for me to talk about here, but when given permission, I've got some shit to talk about. Okay. Well, you can't just tease us like that, Playboy. You can't just, you're such a cock tease, Mark. I mean, you're a cock tease. CC said, I can't drink until Monday at 2:30. No reason. What? Okay, whatever. Hey, let's talk about what's going on with Wall Street, you guys. Have you all been keeping up with this whole Wall Street GameStop thing? I mean, look, I'm going to lead by telling you guys I am not a Wall Street stock market expert. I mean, I do have some stocks. Oh, Jesus. But I don't know a whole lot. God damn. I don't know a whole lot about the stock market. But I started seeing stuff on the news about how GameStop's stock started going through the roof. And then everybody was like, it's these people on Reddit. What? So apparently there's this Reddit group. And they all got together and were like, hey, fuck Wall Street as a staff, record label, and as a crew. Let's stick it to the man. And there's like apparently thousands of people in this group, and they all decided to go out and buy GameStop stock. And I'm going to tell you why. So GameStop's shares have been shorted by plenty of trading companies, right? Like not trading companies, what do they call them? Hedge funds and the like. And so you're like, well, what is shorting a stock mean? I didn't know either. So of course I looked it up. And if you don't know what shorting a stock means, why did my mouse just fucking quit? Here's the definition that I found, or a guy trying to explain what shorting a stock means. So this is good because you've probably seen this going on and you're like, what is shorting a stock, right? Well, I'm going to read you the definition first while you look at that. But shorting or short selling is when an investor borrows shares and immediately sells them, hoping he or she can scoop them up later at a lower price, return them to the lender, and pocket the difference. And so that's where, if I give you that definition, then what you see on your screen should make a lot of sense. Here's what Bro Bible and how the guy that wrote the article explained what shorting a stock means. He said, let's say you borrowed 10 brand new copies of a video game from a supplier. While borrowing them, you actually turn around and sell them for $60 a piece and you make $600. A week later, the critical consensus is poor that the game sucks and the audience reception is measly. So the value of the game drops to $25. You go back to where you sold them and buy them back for $250. You sold them for $60, you buy them back for $250, you take them back to the supplier and give them back to them. So you borrowed the 10 copies, sold them for $600, bought them back for $250. You made $350 and you give the stock back. You don't own it anymore. It's not yours. You just used it to make $350. That's what these hedge funds have been doing for years as they short stocks. They have been borrowing other companies' stocks, selling them, making a profit, and then giving them back. It is risky, Tony, but it can be lucrative. So let's say that the game is a massive success. You borrow the 60, you sell it, and then the consensus comes out and says, it's a fucking awesome game. It's worth $80. Well, now You have to go because you owe these 10 games back to the company you borrowed it from. You have to go and buy them back for $80, even though you sold them for $60. So now you've lost $200, and that's why it's risky. So you went out, you borrowed the 10, you sold them for 60, you bought them back for 80, and then you still had to give the stocks back. You have nothing, and you've lost $200. And now, so explaining what a short is, hopefully that helps you understand, because then we can talk about what happened. Well, basically, these hedge funds have been shorting GameStop forever. And a group of investors got together and said, you know what? We're sick of this shit. You fucked us in 2008. So since you've shorted GameStop, we're going to go out and drive the price up. Remember those $60 games? We're going to drive it up to 80 so that you lose money instead of trying to drive it down because the stock is tanking because the company's not performing well. And now you're making money because you sold it for 60, bought it back for 25. We're going to buy it all up at a higher price, drive the stock up. You lose millions and millions, and dare I say billions. Let's talk about this for a second. This is crazy. Here's the thing. So somebody on the Reddit wrote a letter and said, this was on the Reddit page, but this is what they wrote. I vividly remember the enormous repercussions that the reckless actions by those on Wall Street had in my personal life and the lives of those close to me. I was fortunate. My parents were prudent and a little paranoid, and they had some food storage saved up. Those close to me, my friends and extended family, were not nearly as fortunate. To Melvin Capital, one of these companies that shorts the stock. This is one of the companies that buys the game for 60, buys 10 of them at 60, sells them for 60, or borrows 10 games, sells them for $60 and buys them back at $250. They've been making a killing doing this. So to Melvin Capital, you stand for everything I hated during that time. You're a firm who makes money off of exploiting a company and manipulating markets and media to your advantage. Your continued existence is a sharp reminder that the ones in charge of so much hardship during the 2008 crisis were not punished. Mind you, the stock market crash of 2008, when all these companies shorted all this, lost all this money on the shorts, and then the fucking market tanked and everybody lost their ass, it's because these hedge funds were playing the short game. So what does the government do? They bail out the hedge funds. And that's why people like this guy are pissed off and doing what they're doing, in case you're wondering. That's why it says your hardship never went unpunished. In fact, he got bailed out. So the user also said, I bought shares a few days ago. I dumped my savings into GME, which is GameStop. I paid my rent for this month with my credit card and dumped my rent money into GME, which for the people here at WSB, I would not recommend. And I'm holding. He went on to say, this is personal for me and millions of others. You can drop the price of GME after hours, $120. I'm not going anywhere. You can pay for thousands of Reddit bots. I'm holding. You can get every mainstream media outlet to demonize us. I don't care. I'm making this as painful as I can for you. The guy also went on to say in the letter, he said, to the boomers and or people close to that age, we're not enemies. We're on the same side. Stop listening to the media that's making us out to be market destroyers and start rooting for us because we have a once in a lifetime opportunity to punish the sort of people who caused so much pain and stress a decade ago, and we're taking the opportunity. So let me tell you how this yesterday went. So yesterday I'm at the barber shop getting the old wig cut. And my barber, J-Ro, big stock market guy. He loves trading stocks and buying and selling and all that. And he's pretty good at it. So we had it on CNBC, and there was a guy interviewing, I wish I could remember the dude's name, from the Reddit group. And he's a fucking genius when it comes to the stock market. This individual guy. And he basically is getting interviewed, and the guy's like, you're destroying the market. And the guy was like, no, we're destroying the hedge funds that destroyed the market in 2008. And what you guys fail to realize is that nothing we've done is illegal, first of all. Second of all, we're basically sticking it to the man, and you don't like it. And you're defending these hedge funds that continue to manipulate the market. And now people are saying we're manipulating the market because we're playing by the rules and doing what the rules allow us. And the guy tried to defend it over and over, and it was an awful interview. He looked like a fool because this guy from this Reddit group, Shaneth or something like that, I forget his name. Fuck, I wish I could remember. CNBC interview games. There it goes. Damn it. Go look this up. I'm going to copy and paste this. Shameth I better just copy it. Go look up this guy's interview. I'm gonna post this on the thing here. I'll try to find it and post it on the Discord as well. But look this dude's name up. Look up this guy, Shameth Palihapitiya. Oh, Keith said he's not from the Reddit group. He's just a smart investor. Well, he was basically defending the Reddit group. And he was saying, look, you guys got played. You guys got played by a bunch of investors that got played in 08, that lost their ass in 08. So they figured out a way to stick it to the hedge funds. And they did that. And fuck the man. That's basically what he was saying. And it was an amazing interview. So if you're sitting there freaking out and you're watching your local news and you're like, these kids are out here fucking up America. No, they're not. They're not. But you've got the attention of everybody now because everybody's freaking the fuck out. And here's the shitty part. Apps like Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, and others now won't let you buy and sell that stock. You know why? You know why? Because you fucked with the man. Because you fucked up the way that these hedge funds and these millionaires manipulate the markets on a daily basis to their advantage. The individual, Joe Blow, figured out how to stick it to them. And now all these corporations that rely on these hedge funds are like, oh shit, we got to do something. We're not going to let people manipulate Wall Street. We have to let these hedge funds and Wall Street people do it instead. Keith said, yeah, he was damn sure fighting for us. Guys, I'm telling you. What does this mean? I don't know what this means, Sandoval. What are you talking about, bro? I just looked down and see that. I don't know what the fuck that means. You got to specify. It's a pretty shitty thing, if I'm being honest. It's pretty shitty. But I say I applaud these Reddit, because look, these Reddit users that did this are risking an enormous amount of money. But as Shameth, I'm not going to even try to say his last name because I would just disrespect the shit out of it. But as Mr. Shameth was saying on the interview on CNBC, if you would just take the time, Mr. Interviewer, to go into this Reddit group and read and look, these people are smart. That's the thing about this, is like these Wall Street suits, these Wall Street geniuses sit there and think we're all a bunch of fucking idiots. Now, I'm a fucking idiot, but apparently the guys and gals in this Reddit group know their shit. How else would they have been able to pull this off in the first place? But you love to see it, right? You got all these rich millionaires and billionaires and CEOs and corporate stock traders and hedge fund people and all the people that manipulate our economy, our stock market. And they're all in their happy little bubble and they play by their own rules. They don't give a fuck about you and me. And they're all just, we're all getting rich off of people. We're all getting rich off of these companies. And isn't this great? And then these cats from this Reddit group show up and go, really? How about this? And fuck the whole game up. I love it. Love it. And you should too. You as an individual that buys a little stock here, buys a little stock there. By the way, don't buy pink sheets. I did that, lost a lot of money. Don't do that. Matt said Robinhood takes money from some of the hedge funds in exchange for market data. Yeah, guess what? At one point, they were giving out. When you joined Robinhood, they would give you GameStop stock. Do you know why? Because these hedge funds were shorting it. So they were borrowing the GameStop stock. They were giving it to Robinhood, who would give it to you, and you would sell it, and it would be at a lower cost, and they would buy it at that lower cost and give it back and make a profit, and you thought you were doing good, and they were fucking with you the whole time. That's how it works. So yeah, Robinhood, they just got exposed. Huge piece of shit. A lot of people are getting exposed, and god damn it, I'm here for it. I love that there are so many smart people, way smarter than me and a lot of us, that are out there just now. You know what? We don't need the fucking media to be watchdogs anymore. We don't need fucking CNBC to be the watchdog. Knowing goddamn well that all these corporations are their advertisers, are their backers. We don't need them anymore. You should be so excited that this happened. And there are a lot of old people like, oh my God, they're fucking with my 401k. No, they're not. They're defending you. They're standing up for you. Because your 401k, if you don't remember, shit the bed in 2008 because of these hedge fund short stock sons of bitches. They're fighting back. And if you thought this was a bad thing, you thought wrong. By the way, just don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Please, for the love of God, subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you eat at Dan's, you raggedy bitches. Let me tell you about Dan's Seafood and Wings. You guys, let me get this name off of here. First of all, that's not needed anymore. We're done with that. Guys, go to eatatdans.com. Do yourself a favor right now. You're online. You're on your phone. You're on your computer. Real quick, pull up a browser. Eatatdans.com. Type it in. Check it out. Look at the food. It's delicious. I promise you it's delicious. You're going to love it. Check them out on Instagram at eatatdans and on Facebook at eatatdans1 for some of the best boiled spicy, actually, dare I say, the best boiled spicy shrimp in the city of Houston. I'll just say it. I'll just go out and say it. That's my opinion, but it's also Nora's opinion, who loves anything spicy. And one day she was like, man, I'm really craving some shrimp. I said, ha ha ha. Do I have the thing for you? Let's go to Dan's. I went to Dan's. I picked up the boiled spicy shrimp, and she was hooked. You should try it as well. They have New Orleans barbecue shrimp. They've got a grilled platter. They've got lo mein, which Francisco absolutely loves and vouches for. It's all made fresh, by the way. All of it delicious. They've been around since 2015 when they opened in the Channelview area, which they do have their first store was on South Gessner, 3991 South Gessner. Then in 2018, they were like, we got so much love and they love us so much. Let's open up a second one. So they opened up on Uvalde in Northeast Houston. So 18 Uvalde Road. 2 locations to serve you, but you can find it all and more. Eatatdans.com. That's all you got to go. Eatatdans.com. Support them because if nothing else, they support this show. And if you're still here, if you're one of the 62 people still watching right now, eat at Dan's for me, please, so that they keep advertising, so that we can stay on the air. All right. It's a 2 Diet Coke kind of day. It's just, and it's getting hot in here, and now I'm going to sweat, and then another one's going to show up and be like, you sweat. Yeah, bitch, I got problems, okay? Rob Alexander said this Wall Street thing seems to be uniting the American people. Yeah, it is, because we have been, all of us, if you have a 401k, if you have a retirement savings, if you have stock in a company that you've worked for 20 years, I have a shit ton of Halliburton stock that vested for me. I have a shit ton of Proficient stock that vested for me because I was management for a while. Yeah, believe it or not, I managed people. Fuck you guys. I know I look all goofy and shit, and I am. But I handle my business when it comes to the business world. But I have this, and this shit gets manipulated on a daily basis by people that know more because that's their job. And then they're like, well, oh, something just popped up on my screen. It says, breaking, Robinhood will allow limited buying of restricted securities Friday. GameStop jumps after hours. Robinhood's feeling the pressure because everybody, like it's been going on in this chat, is like, fuck Robinhood, we're going somewhere else. I'm telling you guys, the people right now, you guys don't even understand this. This is a big fucking deal. The people just took back power in a small but serious way. The individual, the Joe Blow, the Joe Schmo, the you and me, the whatever, I just put my money over here and hope I have enough to retire. Because of what these Redditors are doing, we're getting the power back. Are we going to get it all? No, of course not. The government's going to be like, okay. All of these hedge funds, they're big time PAC investors and, sponsors of us as politicians. Although you can talk shit about her all you want, but AOC was like, and I think she's a kook. I mean, she does some crazy shit. Let's be real. But AOC was like, isn't it interesting? All these people, all these hedge funds that have been manipulating the market for years, all of a sudden are like, wait a minute, these individuals are manipulating the market. Oh, well, now it's a problem because it costs you money. But when you were manipulating the market to your profit and to your advantage, you were just playing by the rules, which you paid to have politicians put in place. Got it. You guys should be excited, I'm telling you. Now, I would say this. The Nokia and I think look, I'm not a financial advisor. And some of you are buying some of this stock and getting in on it. And I don't think that that's the point. I don't think you're buying GameStop because you're going to make a shit ton of money. I think the point of some of these investors is that they're taking back the power and they're proving a point. So my uneducated opinion is that the individual Joe Schmo that doesn't know shit about what's going on, I don't think you should run out and buy GameStop or BlackBerry or Nokia or any of these companies that are like who the fuck still use?
Who the fuck is that guy?
When it comes to BlackBerry. Well, my advice, my uneducated, unregulated advice, let them do this. You and me stay out of it, watch, approvingly. Well done, chaps. Thanks for taking the power back. But don't get involved, because I'm telling you right now, my fear is, at some point, the powers that be in government and in Wall Street are going to figure out how to game the people that are gaming the system, and it's all going to come crashing down. But the lesson will be learned, and they will have been put on notice. But please don't risk your money as part of it. Just my opinion. You can do what you want. I don't give a fuck. But that would be my advice. I ain't doing it. Some of you are like, oh, Tony's like, I feel like I signed up for a course. No, Tony, this is just a fucking big, huge topic. That's what this show does. We talk about what's going on in the world. And this is a big deal in the world. So rather than just come on and spout uneducated opinions, I did a little research. What? You mean Barry does work outside of the 2 hours for this show? Yeah, I actually read some shit and do so on a continuous basis. So yeah, I didn't want to get on and talk about this topic and be an uneducated fucking idiot like I am on everything else. So I'm not trying to pretend like I'm smart. I just read. So you didn't have to. Keith said, bullshit. If you're with us, buy as much GME as you can afford. Hey, good luck. Good luck, Keith. High five. I ain't buying shit. Damn, P. Jones said Robinhood canceled my order yesterday. Some shitty ass hoes, I'm telling you. Oh, Tony's like, that was a sack of... Tony said, that was a compliment, you sack of crap. My bad, I thought you were making fun of me because I thought I was smart. I don't know, you can't read tone in a fucking chat message, okay? By the way, to the one thumbs down, go fuck yourself. I have not said anything that would warrant a thumbs down today, John Geiger. I wish I could show my balls on this stream just to John Geiger. I would just show you my disgustingly hairy balls and be like, lick one, you fucking tool. That might be the Patron talk, folks. We're 3 in. Charles, how the fuck do you get banned from Cash App? Yeah, Donald, that's the concern, right? That's always the concern. When people that are smarter than us are doing crazy shit, it's best to just sit back and let them do crazy shit. Tony wants to know, am I war zoning tonight? If you don't know, I stream every Tuesday and Thursday on Twitch, twitch.tv/BarryIsFunny. It's fun. If you like this show, you might like my Twitch stream. You should come and check it out. I should put that on the screen. God damn it. The tequila's getting me, you guys. I gotta not shoot that as much. Yeah, come hang out, Tony. I will be, of course. Now I won't be doing Warzone for the first hour and a half. I'm gonna be doing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So I committed to doing that. I need to promote my Twitch more. I just don't do that enough. But yeah, I committed to doing Assassin's Creed Valhalla for the first two, or for the 2 streams this week. So twitch.tv/BarryIsFunny. I start at 8 o'clock. Okay, 8:02. And then we stream for 2 hours. And then I hand it over. On Tuesdays, I give it to the Lord Reverend Chris Householder III. And on Thursdays, I give it over to Chris Davis, KD, in the chat. And then we stream Warzone and actually win some shit. But I try to have fun. I try to make it entertaining. It's fun. The deckheads, a lot of y'all come and hang out. It's a good time. You should check it out. Twitch.tv/BarryIsFunny. You know, no commitment. We ain't fucking. We ain't go together. But you can show up, hang out for a bit. Using Bitcoins for online gambling. Oh. That seems like double, triple risky, Charles. You're into some weird shit. I bet you like to be spanked, don't you? I feel like any guy that would use Bitcoins for online gambling through Cash App is into some weird shit in the bedroom. The weirdest thing I ever heard of, and I'm not saying you're into this, Charles. My ex-wife's mom knew a lady that was a hooer. That's what she did. She was a woman of the night. And so she was like, well, what's the weirdest shit a guy has ever paid for? So this is going to be disturbing to some of you. This dude paid this woman $250 for 30 minutes to throw oranges at his ball sack. I'm going to let you soak that up. I'm going to let you live for a minute. I'm going to let you just absorb what I just said. To throw oranges at his ball sack. Who? Look, I get fetishes to a degree. Everybody has a fetish. They may be ashamed of it and they won't tell you. Some people are into feet. Some people are into buttholes. Some people are into titties, legs, weird balls, whatever. I don't know. Some people are into some weird shit. I think I've told this story before, Q Charles. I think I told it on The Suspects one day. So, look, fucking Michael wants to know, but were they Mandarin or cuties? Throw cuties at my balls, baby. Swear to God. So, yeah, I told this story on The Suspects before, but I don't remember if I've ever told it on Barry on Deck. So, you get it again if you were a suspect. But yeah, she said she showed up and this guy was like, so it's a little weird, but this is like, attorney-client privilege, right? She's like, I'm a whore. He's like, well, do I get whore-client privilege? She's like, unless TMZ calls, I guess so. So he says, I want to pay you $250. I'm going to pull down my pants. I'm going to bend over. I'm going to let my balls hang down as I'm bent over. And I want you to take an orange, a whole bag of them, and just throw them at my balls. Just. How do you get into that? Look, like I said, I understand fetishes to a certain degree. I'm an educated man. I get how fetishes work. Fetishes work because you're like, hey, I saw a belly button and that's the first time I ever got a boner. And now I like belly buttons. That's what arouses me because my brain did a synapses thing and it connected these wires and I saw a belly button and I got my first boner. And that's what fucking turns me on now. Belly buttons. At what point did this dude get hit in the balls with an orange and get an erection at the same time? How does this develop? So fun. I almost feel like there was a story. I forget who the person was, but there was a guy that paid money to have a hooker. This is gross. Well, by the way, warning, if you have kids, you shouldn't be letting them watch this show. You should definitely not be letting your kids watch Barry on Deck. We're an awful show for kids. But there was a guy that paid, and if you're squeamish, maybe look away. Take the headphones off for a second. There was a dude, I forget who it was, but he paid a hooker some money, and he would lay under a glass coffee table, looking up, and he paid the woman to shit on the table so that it looked like she was shitting on his face, but he never got shit on his face, but that's what he paid for. At what moment in your life were you like, you know what? Boy, I could really go for a good face shitting. Jeremy said, was that OBJ? I mean, there are people that are into scat. I don't understand the scat fetish, I'll be honest with you. But, like, that's a very specific chain of events where you're like, all right, all I need to come. Like, some people are like, all I need to come is some feet or whatever, a blowjob, whatever, sex. But there's a dude out there that's like, all right, it's real simple. All I need to come is a coffee table, a woman, her butthole, some scat, and the fear that shitted on. That's it. And it's so simple. And there's a dude out there that's like, all I need to come is some fruit and my balls and a chick with an arm like Nolan Ryan, humming them things at my balls like a heater. Just give me that fastball right down the middle, baby. I'm so confused. Cece said, I just feel like times are hard for us gals. Cece, I feel like there's some, not you, sweetie, not you. I'm definitely not saying you. But I feel like, I want to adjust my mic here. I think I got the right place. I never wanted the mic in the shot, but I think it's an inevitable thing here. But Cece, I feel like there's some girls into some weird and freaky shit too. Don't sit there and pretend like all we want is missionary and a princess to love us, or a prince to love us forever. No. There's some girls that are into some weird shit. Choke me. What, bitch? That's a crime. I'm not choking you. You're not going to get me hauled off. No, you're not going to send me to prison for a nut. I'm not choking you. You're out of your fucking mind. That's weird. Please choke me, slap me in the face, and tell me I'm a bitch. What? Swear that's a hate crime. Not doing that. There are women that are into some weird shit. Ray said, well, you just ruined oranges for me. Ray, that's some weird shit. My ex-wife's mom, I'll never forget. I used to work for, she managed an apartment complex. And at the time, I worked as a make-ready guy for that apartment. And I remember standing in there. She's like, guys, guess what? Linda, or whatever her name was, knows her, she's a whore. And a guy asked her to throw oranges at his balls. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take my break now because I need all the info. 713 Hooligan said, Barry, if a woman asks you to choke them, you better reach up and grab a handful of neck. No! Josh, I'm not choking a bitch. You're not going to get me to go to jail. He choked me. Bitch, you asked me to choke you. No, I didn't. Because as soon as you make them mad, Josh, he choked me. He did. He tried to kill me. I mean, he was deep inside me, but he still tried to kill me. I may have asked for it, but it doesn't matter. I didn't mean it. I mean, come on. Who wants to be choked? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing any weird shit for you that could get me sent to jail. Cece said, just give me a glass table. Let me show you what I could do. Cece about to boo-boo on everybody for money. That's so gross. So gross. But I don't even know how we got on this topic, by the way. I'm 3 Patron shots in an hour and a half. And yeah. Y'all are into some weird shit, ladies. So don't act like you're not. Don't act like you're not. That's the takeaway here. Okay, I put it on the thumbnail, so we need to talk about it. Let's talk about these rewatchable shows. All right. I'm just going to leave this up here because I really want all of you to come hang out with me tonight on Twitch. Would you do that for me, guys? I'd love to break a new record. Here's the deal, and I'm just gonna lay it out for you. I'm an affiliate on Twitch, which means when I can get super chat or kind of like super chats on Twitch. But boy, I would love to get partner. But to get partner, you have to have 75 people on average watch your streams over a month. I know we get that I get 250 views every show on here. If all of you would join me on Tuesday and Thursday for the next 30 days or the next month or whatever, we would kill the game. I'm not going to beg though. I will throw oranges at your balls if you join me though. Not going to shit on you on your coffee table, but I'll throw oranges at your balls if you join me. Anyways, so this was on Bro Bible. I think it was on Bro Bible. What was my link for this? What's my source? Cite your sources, sir. What are it was Bro Bible. The 10 most rewatchable shows, or actually it was like the most and least rewatchable. I don't know what it was. It was over the last decade. So they did a ratings level of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 being super, super rewatchable. Like, if you've seen them all, you should watch it all again. It's worth it. And then there's 4, which is very rewatchable. 3 is moderately engaging. 2 is hit or miss. And 1 is wasting everyone's time. So they went over shows over the last decade. So I want to be clear here. If you're like, what about Mary Tyler Moore? First of all, Andy, settle down. We're not talking about shows from 40 years ago. Yeah, but what about Carol Burnett? Chill the fuck out, Gramps. We're talking about the last decade. Here we go. Tony said Friends is the most rewatchable show ever. Tony, I knew there was a reason I didn't like you. Here we go. I'm going to be honest. Some of these, I have no idea what the fuck they are. If I'm just being real, New Girl is a 4. Never heard of New Girl. Don't know what New Girl is. But according to our chart on rewatchability, New Girl is very rewatchable. Okay. Breaking Bad is a 4. Okay. I watched the first 6 episodes and just lost interest. Not going to lie. Mad Men is a 3. I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of Mad Men and lost interest. The Office, one of my all-time favorite series ever. And I mean, look, one of my favorite jokes of all time that's ever been written by a comedian or anybody else is when Michael Scott goes, I'm not superstitious. I'm kind of stitious, but I'm not superstitious. God damn it. You guys don't even appreciate the genius of that little joke, the nuance of that joke. It's been there for fucking centuries. And no, I can't even tell you. So yeah, The Office for me, the writing on, not even the performance. I mean, Michael Scott's a genius, but the writing on The Office is way better than the performances. So for me, The Office would be a 5. Oh my God, Jen. Guys, I'm looking for a new assistant. I'm just kidding. I love you so much, Jen. There's no way. How, Jen? Oh my God, Jen. All right, listen. If I get to ask you for help, I need your help. I need you to watch The Office. What the fuck, Jen? Oh my God, Frank. What are you doing with your life, Frank? The only show I've seen on this list is Breaking Bad. Oh my God, Frank, are you a monk? What the fuck are you doing, bro? Frank, get your shit together. Oh my God. The Office legitimately is one of the greatest sitcoms of all time. I'm not afraid to tell you that. So The Office is a 4. Parks and Rec. Now, people swear by Parks and Rec. I've never seen it. I've never watched an episode. I feel like that's my bad. But yeah, Parks and Rec is a 4 on here. So if The Office is a 4 and Parks and Rec is a 4, maybe I should check out Parks and Rec. The Good Place, never heard of it. It's a 3. Game of Thrones was my shit. I love getting Q Childs. I swear to God, I'm gonna come through this chat and slap the fire out of you. What did I just say? You raggedy bitch. I said last decade. No goddamn 70s ass Good Times, man. I loved Good Times, by the way. Not even, let's be real, Q Childs. Good Times wasn't even that damn funny. The Jeffersons was funny. Good Times was like, okay, but it wasn't funny. Oh shit. It's a day right now. I'm having a day. I don't know what The Good Place is. Game of Thrones, that hurt that it was a 2, but I think you're right. I don't know that I would want to go back and rewatch Game of Thrones. I loved Game of Thrones. I don't know that I would I would rewatch Khaleesi's titties. I probably would do that. But other than that, I don't know. The Americans, never heard of it. Never heard of it. Veep. Everybody raves about Veep. You guys, I mean, there are people that are like, oh my God, Veep. Ugh. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Never seen it. But I guess when I'm on road trips, when they finally let me do comedy again and I'm driving all over God's green earth and sitting in a hotel room for 4 days, maybe I should check out Veep. I will. They told me the same thing about, what's the Larry David show? God damn it. Why can't I know why I can't think of the name, because the Patron is hitting hard. Yeah, see, there's Michael. Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's what it is. Everyone was like, even Nick Sharara. Shout out to the Suspects right there. Boop, 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 boop. Right there, we got the Suspects. I watched the first 4 episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Okay. All right, to the rest of them, let's see. Where'd it go? God damn it. Sorry, guys. I'm a little lit right now. If you don't like it, you can blame Josh for making me drink a 3rd Patron shot. Friday Night Lights. All right, fuck this list. Get the fuck out. Q Childs, I swear to God, next time I see you, I'm going to hug you, I'm going to slap the shit out of you, and I'm going to hug you again. Sit your ass down with this 3 companies bullshit. Jack Tripper, though, underrated. I hate you, Q Childs, so goddamn much. Boy, do I hate you. Friday Night Light. Friday. Wow. Barry, get your shit together. Hold it together, Barry. You got 4 minutes. Friday Night Lights. Never seen it. Don't give a shit. Community. I have heard good things about Community, but apparently it's not rewatchable. Boardwalk Empire. Never watched it. Fleabag. Marsha is like one of the smartest and sweetest people I know. So if she says Fleabag is good, I tend to believe it. Justified, never watched it. I heard Fred and AJ on the Blitz talk about it, which I was like, okay. And then the last one, Schitt's Creek. Not going to lie. I hear you guys. I hear so many of you deckheads on the Discord and on Twitter and other people on Twitter. Everyone's like, oh my God, Schitt's Creek is the best show. And I'm like, okay, but it's like, can I be honest? The reason I don't watch Schitt's Creek is because the name is a pun. And I feel like they're like, hey, just want you to know we're funny because we're clever and we thought of a name called Schitt's Creek. But it's not like shit like put me under a coffee table and shit on my face shit. But it's like that's their last name shit and we're just getting away with one. That's what I think of Schitt's Creek when I see the name. I feel like they tried too hard. Maybe I'm crazy. Walt said, most of these are great shows to watch once, but rewatchable. See, that's the thing. These are supposed to be not just great shows, because CC's like, oh my God, Barry, it's so good. Okay, but is it rewatchable good? Because apparently Schitt's Creek is rewatchable good. So here's what I say. I have it on my list to watch two things. Parks and Rec and Schitt's Creek. We'll just see what happens. I'm not saying I'm going to watch them tonight. But I'll watch them. I'll check them out. I don't know about, I mean, I would rewatch The Office. I feel like Netflix owes me $1 a month, though. They raised our prices to pay for The Office and then got rid of The Office. I fucking hate Netflix right now. I'm not going to lie. They raised my goddamn rates again. You ain't worth it, Netflix. You're going to price yourself out of my goddamn $13, you raggedy bitches. All right. Last thing I wanted to talk about today is in China. There's a new way to get tested for COVID. Some of you might be, House, goddamn it, get your keyboard shit together, bro. What are you doing with your life, House? You look like an idiot. Reverse caps lock looking ass. Bro, how are you a fucking moderator on this show and you can't get your shit together, House? I'm so embarrassed right now. I don't even know what to do. That guy's face is me right now. Look, my moderator is out here lowercasing the first letter and then uppercasing the other letters. Am I drunk or is he drunk? What's happening right now? Put me in timeout. Raggedy bitch, I wish you would. Put yourself in timeout for 5 minutes, House. God damn it, you embarrassed the whole show. Anyways, over in China, they're sticking Q-tips in people's buttholes to test for COVID. That's what you need to know. They're testing for COVID in the butthole. That's weird. Look, I get like you swab the throat because, COVID, we get in the lungs. I don't know how you get to my lungs through my butthole, and I don't want to find out. But apparently that's a thing. And they're like, oh, it's much more reliable. Yeah, but you got to put stuff in my butthole. I'm out. I'll just die of COVID. I'd rather die of COVID than shame from you putting a Q-tip in my butthole. So there you go. Ray's like, I'll pass. I'd rather die of COVID at this point. Hey, here's your choice. I can shove this big ass fucking 9-foot Q-tip up your butthole, swab it, and then check the poop, or you can just die from COVID. I'll die from COVID. Mark G, I gotta know, baby. You gotta message me. Tell me what's up. Well, we made it through another episode of Barry on Deck. I don't know if you guys heard But the Texans have a new head coach, David Culley.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who's with me on the Sage event? Are we all? We should all go Sage. I'm telling you, y'all think I'm nuts. Don't throw oranges at me. I mean it. We're gonna sage these fucking shows. We're gonna sage these stadiums and get rid of this curse. All right, I'm fucked. I gotta go eat something before Nora gets home. She's gonna be like, "Were you drunk the whole day?" No, don't know what you're talking about. I didn't drink Patron for 2 hours. Ray, don't snitch on me either. All right, guys. Until tomorrow, which is Friday, we got Lawn Talk. We're drinking like we don't drink the rest of the week. I need you guys to do me 3 favors, please, because I love you and I want you back. Be safe. Be kind. And most important, love each other. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Daddy's making a YouTube video.